Thailand Trip by Patt Review 8, Khao Kichakut. Khao Kichakut is located within the Khao Kichakut National Park and is home to the highest footprint of the Buddha in Thailand, standing over 1,050 meters above sea level. It is a sacred site revered by Thai people. Let's explore some things you may not know about the history of Khao Kichakut and how it came to be. According to Buddhist legends, Khao Kichakut is situated to the southeast of Rajgir in the Magadha region. It is a peak surrounded by mountain ranges and was once a place where the Buddha resided in the past. The idea to name it Phra Bat Khao Kichakut, Pluang, was proposed by Phra Kru Tamasarakun, a committee member and a key figure in the development of Phra Bat Pluang since 1972. The reason for this name is that Thailand is a Buddhist country where Buddhism flourishes more than in any other place, even more so than in India, due to the similar geographical features. It is also a peak that holds sacred significance related to the Buddha, which includes the stone bull located next to the footprint. This stone, known as the Buddha's footprint stone, appears to be floating at the edge of the Buddha's footprint platform. On this stone, there are marks resembling the impression of a hand, as if it is pushing this stone down. Opposite the handprint on this stone, there is a large footprint, the footprint of Mara. Beneath the Buddha's footprint, there is a cave of the hermit, which is why this name is used to commemorate the supreme teacher. Every year, there are opening and closing ceremonies for the pilgrimage to pay respects to the Buddha's footprint. Additionally, Phra Kru Tamasarakun teaches that the feet of the Buddha, regardless of where they are located, if we have faith and respectfully worship with our hearts, and make a wish, it will surely bring success to everyone and be a blessing to them forever. Phra Kru Tamasarakun, the abbot of Wat Kating, and the district chief of Makam, who researched the history of Khao Kichakut, briefly stated that in the year 1854, Mr. Ting and his group went up the mountain to find agar wood to sell. They had to stay on the mountain for several days and took a break on a large stone platform. One of Mr. Ting's friends pulled out some grass to lie down on, and after a while he found a large ring that could fit on his big toe. Upon further inspection, they discovered a stone slab with a spiral-shaped mark on it. Later, Mr. Ting and his friends took his son to be ordained at Wat Flab in Mueang, Chanthaburi district, Chanthaburi province. The next morning, there was a festival to cover the footprint of the Buddha. Mr. Ting bought gold to cover the footprint. After covering it, he remarked that there was a similar footprint at his home. At that time, the abbot of Wat Flab, Luang Porphet, who held the position of the head monk of Chanthaburi province, learned about the footprint at Mr. Ting's home, so he called Mr. Ting to ask about it and took a group to verify it, which turned out to be true. After examining the area thoroughly, they discovered many strange and wondrous things from the footprint of the Buddha, which measured 1 meter wide and 2 meters long, inscribed on a large stone slab. It was a wide area that could accommodate over 100 people sitting. To the southeast of the Buddha's footprint, there is a very large round stone known as the Buddha's footstone. It stands upright in a strange and marvelous way, as it seems unlikely that it could remain standing. There is another large stone directly opposite the Buddha's footstone, and there are handprints that appear to have received this stone. The distance between the Buddha's footprint and the handprint is about 5 meters. Even more strangely, on the stone opposite the handprint, there is a large footprint known as the footprint of the Demon King. If you look up, you can see it immediately. It is about 15 meters high. When looking towards the northeast of the Buddha's footprint, one can see the Elephant Cave. If you look up from the footprint, you will see a rock that resembles an actual elephant. To the southeast, there is another cave known as the Sampao Cave, because there is a rock above the cave that resembles a sampan boat, hence the name Sampao Cave. There is also another cave beneath the footprint called the Tao Ruesi Cave. This sacred footprint is called Khao Kichakut because it was originally named after a mountain in Rajgir, India, known as Khao Kichakut. It is as if one has traveled to Rajgir, the place where the Buddha's teachings were established during the initial period of enlightenment. The journey is not too far, and it is likened to the opportunity we have once a year to pay homage to the Buddha's footprint. The foot, or the sole, is considered the lowest part of the human body, yet it is the most important. Without feet, one cannot engage in good deeds, especially when it comes to the feet of the Buddha. They are special and pure. People have faith and show respect by bowing to the Buddha's feet, regardless of where they are located. If one has confidence and reverence and prays sincerely, it will surely bring success to that person and will be a blessing for them forever, due to the steadfastness of their mind. It is a tradition to pay homage to the Buddha's footprint at Khao Kichakut, also known as Phra Bat Pluang. This festival takes place in the 3rd month and has been practiced for a long time. It traditionally begins with the pilgrimage on the full moon day of the 1st month to the full moon day of the 15th month of the 3rd month each year.